right, this is Will Gaylor with Let the Madness Begin. I'm with Kevin from Profit Margin. He's going to read a poem for us. We were just wrapping up the Bernie or Bust rally here, and we decided to talk to the people on the street. Go ahead, Kevin.
All right, thank you, man. This poem was written on April 29th when I could see ahead that the DNC was going to do this, and this is what the revolution needs to do. We need to take a hard left. We can't quit just because Bernie had to bow to the powers that be. But this is called Bernie and Jill Go Up the Hill. Bernie and Jill go up the hill to stop a heinous crime. Hillary tries, but with so many lies, her actual record has gaffed her. The FBI pries and her past loudly cries. So with so much at stake, we must at least try to save this election from those who would lie and simply use billions to buy it. With 600 chemicals, ties, and suits, she'll cover the planet with your children's boots. Cruz was a missile to end our chapter, and Trump will surely follow thereafter. The promises, guns, and favors that she sold are making our young Mother Earth look old. Our planet will age and our youth will rage if somehow we don't find a team. All of this madness fills me with sadness, but I'm thinking we need to go green. Don't look away, sipping corporate lemonade. We are all lying in the bed that we made. And to see a new day, we must change our course. So we vote and we caucus and we call till we're hoarse. Yet Dems choose to kick us, to trick us, and more. So how can I vote for some corporate war? They silence our votes and surrounded by moats of digital fraud and her cackling notes. Just like Crazy Horse, we'll try and we may. But what if we don't simply get our way? Getting the ass to justly endorse is risky and narrow and might not save the day. So please listen carefully to what I must say. Trusting the ass won't cut it, no way. Without nomination, who to endorse? It must be still Bernie and or Jill, of course. Go green, Bernie or bust.
Thank you, Kevin. You came up with that when?
April 29th.
April 29th, and it's still relevant today.
It is definitely still. People say, well, don't give up. You know, you've given up on Bernie. I'm like, no, man. I love Bernie. I see Bernie, and I also see the DNC and what they're going to do, and they're not going to change their ways, and they didn't, and they won't. So I admire the people that stay in the party to try to hang them left, to tell us what's going on. But at the end of the day, they are owned. They are bought and paid for. And I think that's simultaneous to having people involved in the Democratic Party to be its left wing, its truth check, if you will. We have to have people left of the Democratic Party. We need third parties. We need the Green Party. We need the Independent Socialist Party. We need the Democratic Socialist Party. We need every party that's not the Democrats and the Republicans. And then we can unite on causes. Causes and issues are where people get tied in. It's where they get involved. So that's what I'm going to be doing with the organization that I'll be starting when I get back.
And tell us a little bit more about the organization.
Well, the idea is to get around the capitalist system completely. I don't want to go back to work for any type of corporate job. I don't want to take money from the problem, and I don't want to spend money supporting the problem. So I'm going to invent a hub. I'm going to create a hub that will tie all the progressive candidates, non-governmental organizations, the real press like you guys, the small businesses, the progressive organizations that are co-ops or collectives, basically anything that is on the left field and people want to know how to spend their money properly. That's what it's going to be about. So you're going to connect with it. You're going to tell it how you operate and what your personal issues are. And then it's going to connect you to a local set of issues and actual actions that you can join in on. And when people do that, I think that we'll see a lot of momentum tied into local action that was picked up from the revolution that Bernie instigated.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin. Tell the people where they can find you.
They can find me at the Profit Margin on Facebook, and that's PROPHET. I have I guess I'll say a spiritual background, and I'm not really religious. And a good mentor of mine told me, Kevin, you'll always be an evangelist. And I said, you know what? You're right. So the Profit Margin is about the fact that the choice is where we make our decision, the margin, okay? Economics tells us that rational people make decisions at the margin. That is the intersection that it affects them at. So whether that's purchasing a Gatorade, a drink, while I promote, big brands. So yeah, exactly. So, we need ways to be active just by how we spend our money. and to turn our activism into a starvation mechanism for the global corporate mafia.
Excellent. This is Let the Madness Begin.